Dave is back at it, here to give everyone another Breaking Bad Season 5 episode review video. Before I get to that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Breaking Bad, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which, of course, I will say as well as put in the description for you. If that has to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further, just to stay away from any potential spoilers. This will be Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode 15. Title of this episode is called Granite State. This will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So we find out that the person that makes people new identities, the disappearer of sorts, is Ed, who's actually played by Robert Forster, who's a great character actor. He brings Saul to his vacuum repair shop, where Walt also awaits a new identity. Of course, Walt's case is a little bit more trickier. Walt attempts to convince Saul into coming with him, but all of a sudden is subdued by a coughing fit. No longer intimidated, Saul just kind of shrugs it off and leaves for his new life in Nebraska, where he hopes to be a manager at a Cinnabon, I believe, which I have seen the first episode of Better Call Saul, and it starts off with him working at a Cinnabon. So I did watch that years ago. Now, Jack's gang raids Marie's house and finds Jesse's confession tape. Jack wants to kill Jesse for informing, but Todd wants Jesse to cook meth in order to impress Lydia, with whom Todd is infatuated with. Like, I don't know why, but I guess some people just like other people. Now, knowing Skyler once met Lydia, Todd and a couple other gang members break into Skyler's house and threaten to keep her quiet. Now, Lydia is not convinced Skyler will stay silent and aims to end their meth operation. And then Todd informs her that the meth is now 92% purity because of Jesse, and she reconsiders. Now, Jesse uses a paperclip to unlock his chains and tries to run, but that plan is thwarted. Todd takes him to Andrea's house and forces Jesse to watch as Todd kills Andrea. Brock's nowhere to be seen, but he shoots Andrea in the back of the head. Said nothing personal and shoots her. Jack threatens to kill Brock if Jesse attempts another escape. Now, Ed takes Walt to a secluded cabin in New Hampshire and says he will visit monthly to bring food and supplies. He cautions that Walt risks capture if he leaves the cabin. A few months later, a disheveled Walt has a full beard and head of hair. And Ed tells Walt that Skyler is using her maiden name and works as a part-time taxi dispatcher. Do we know what Skyler's maiden name is? I don't know if they ever said it in the show. I'll have to look back on that. But that's one trivia question I don't know at the moment. There is a nationwide manhunt for Walt, of course, still. And his abandoned home is now something of a tourist attraction, which we kind of saw people skateboarding in when they came back from their year break in Season 5, if I remember correctly. Now, Walt, he stuffs $100,000 into a cardboard box and walks into town. He stops at a local bar and pays a barmaid to call Walter Jr.'s school, pretending to be Marie. Now, Walt tries reconciling with Walter Jr. and says he is going to send money for him and Skyler. Now, Walter Jr. is enraged and blames Walt for Hank's death and furiously wishes Walt dead. Dejected, Walt decides to call the Albuquerque DEA office division to surrender, leaving the phone off the hook so they can trace his location. And then on the bar's TV, Walt sees Gretchen and Elliot Schwartz being interviewed by Charlie Rose, and they discuss their charitable contributions to drug abuse rehabilitation and note that Walt's blue meth is still being distributed. Now, they dismiss Walt's contribution to gray matter technologies, which angers Walt, and motivated by their comments saying the smart guy that Walt used to be is no longer around. So he's motivated by that, and the knowledge that his blue meth is still being sold. Walt leaves before the local police arrive, and that is the end of the episode. So another really good episode. Obviously, the last episode was a great episode as well. Arguably one of the best episodes of Breaking Bad, although I still like Face Off, surprisingly enough, over that one. I have to give this episode a 10 out of 10 because it was just perfect. It makes me think I should go get a cabin somewhere and just watch movies all day long. You know, all I need is a TV, my movie collection, a device to watch them, whether it be a 4K player or a Blu-ray player, and I'd be set just to get away from people because people do piss me off. But anyway, 10 out of 10. Walt's going to be the character of the episode, but it's a great episode. I miss Hank actually now. So you've heard what I have to say. The finale's next of Breaking Bad. El Camino's still out there too, and I've already done that on the channel. I'll probably do it again just because it's been a while, and I did that after I first watched it. I probably might have missed some names of the characters and that. So if you're a fan of Breaking Bad and you absolutely love this television series, which I gotta say, from beginning to end, it's as solid as any TV show can be. Even, The Walking Dead, which is my favorite show of all time, that, kind of goes up and down, up and down, and up and down. And Breaking Bad is just so awesome from beginning to end. It's an awesome TV show. So make sure you smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in any type of Breaking Bad reviews or any Breaking Bad discussions, go ahead and share the video with them. Don't forget to sound off in the comments section about your thoughts on this episode or anything Breaking Bad related. What would you score this episode? Who would be your character of the episode? I mean, there's limited choices. Walt obviously is a big part of almost every Breaking Bad episode. And of course, what would be your favorite moment of the episode? I didn't like what Walter Jr. said to him. They should know that Walt didn't cause Hank to die. Or let me rephrase that. They should know that Walt didn't kill Hank. And I think that's bad that Walter Jr. actually thinks that. And of course, last but certainly not least, I want to grow this channel as much as I can, but I'm going to need your help doing so. So don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, be a part of something special, and JDev will return.